Hello, I'm Laura Logan, and I've traveled to Central Kentucky to speak to two very interesting individuals. They are the creators of the We Fucking Love TV podcast. Many of you may not have heard of it, but I assure you it is a decent podcast. And these two men are quite astonishing in their own right. Today for 60 minutes, I'm going to sit down with these two individuals, Josh and Nick, and talk to them about how they came to do this podcast, what it means to them, and where they're going. I met up with them at one of the swankiest hotels in all of Central Kentucky. They were both in good spirits. We decided to have a few glasses of wine before we got started.
I don't know if I'd call Boone's Farm wine, but thanks for shelling out the refreshments there, Laura. Get on with it.
Nick, I'll ask you first. How did you come up with the name of the podcast?
We were trying to think of something, and I don't know, we really had nothing. We went through several names. We had the whole brainstorming idea, trying to write something down. We were also simultaneously trying to come up with a theme song for the show, something, when you heard it, you would identify that with the podcast. Just that little tune came into my head as I was driving home from work one day, and I was like, yes, that's it. And actually, Josh really liked the tune, and it basically just said, "We fucking love TV." You can play a clip of it if you want.
We fucking love TV. Yeah.
But that's what it is. And basically, he said, "Why don't we just call it that?" And that's where it went.
Sorry to cut in here, and then we needed to eventually come up with a logo. So Nick had his wife draw up this little sketch of a logo that we used for just a little bit, and then I decided to trace it in a vector program, right? Traced all the letters that she drew with all the, I color dropped all the same colors that she used, and even though it's in vector format now, it's essentially the same drawing that she drew on paper with crayons. I mean, it's her drawing, just digitalized. I put it all together, and I threw a TV clip art in the background with some white noise and all that. And then we just put it all together, and that's what the logo looks like now. And it's every time you look at the logo, it's like home for us. Anyway, kind of like the intro song, it's home. I'm rambling. Laura's trying to get me drunk.
And in the beginning, was your podcast going to be all about TV?
I mean, yeah, that's what it initially was going to be, because me and Nick worked together, right? And when we worked together, that's all we talked about was the TV shows we watch, who's doing this, who's doing that, what's going to happen next week, and, just stuff like that. And then one day, I don't know whose idea it was, maybe Nick's, I think. It's like, why don't we just do a podcast about it? We had these awesome conversations in real life. Let's record this crap and let other people listen to it. Hey, maybe we can make it funny. Maybe we can make it entertaining. So yeah, that's how it started. I mean, our first episode was pretty f***ing terrible. I listened back to it and I'm like, wow, we've come so far. I mean, we're not even popular, but still, we have come so far. How good our episodes have gotten. I mean, just from our opinions. I think it was somewhere in season 2. I think it's season 2, episode 5. Not that I remember these things. Me and Nick were working together and we were like, hey, let's write a script. So we wrote a script for an episode where I'm in this city called Beaver City, Nebraska, where I'm doing a spontaneous hurricane live from the scene, and then at the end of the episode I get hit by a car and I die. So from then on, we just kept getting creative and, hey, let's do this, hey, let's do that, hey, let's bring this guy in, hey, let's bring in the redhead ginger fuck. So yeah, well, that's all I got to say about that. Nick, what about you?
I'm not really sure. I know that's what we wanted to talk about, what it started out being, but I think it wasn't long after we got started that we really wanted to start doing some sketches, some skits, and I don't know, branch out a little bit. I always think of like the old Adam Sandler cassettes I used to listen to on the way home from school in my old 5 Different Shades of Red Ford Tempo, and I just loved those early Adam Sandler cassettes, and I always wanted to do that kind of thing. And I actually did, something on my own of that, and it's not funny at all, and it's like 10 years old now. But I always wanted to do that kind of thing, fake commercials and just silly sketches. And I don't know about Josh, but I wasn't really too concerned if anybody else thought it was funny, as long as it made the two of us laugh. That's all I really cared about.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I really don't care. I mean, it's just our opinions on things. We try to make it funny for us. I mean, sometimes I get drunk and listen to it, and it still makes me laugh day to day. I mean, I don't get drunk day to day. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm not Frank Gallagher over here. But hey, we record our opinions, try to make it funny, try to make it entertaining. If people pick up on it, that's fine. I mean, it's not like we're trying to make money. I mean, we're not. But hey, if it gets to that point where we start making money off our creativity, then fine. I mean, we're not going to turn it down. I mean, we're not crazy. Okay, maybe Ginger Josh is.
I followed your podcast since about episode 6 of the first season. And I've got to say, I have them all on my iPod. I can't wait for them to get started. I work out at the gym and listen to your podcast, and I love it.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
You listen to us while getting sweaty in the gym, right? Okay, got it.
One thing I've always wanted to know, you had guests early on. You had several guest stars in the first season. A couple in the second season. And since then, it's kind of seemed like it's you and Josh and Ginger. Is that how it's going to be? Do you intend to have more guests in the future?
I hope so. It's just hard scheduling wise trying to get a lot of people in, especially when you're not paying them, which we're not. So, I mean, that's a problem there. And then, you get your excuses like, well, I don't watch the shows you guys watch, or you guys cuss too much, or whatever. And those are nice criticisms or whatever. But like I said, we do this for ourselves. If it caught on, that would be great.
We'll be right back with more 60 Minutes after these messages.
You've seen Snow White and the Huntsman. You're pretty sure that Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters will be on HBO at some point. You've thought about seeing Jack the Giant Killer if nothing else is playing. Well, get ready for the movie event of the summer. We help Mommy kill the terrorists. Sally was just a little girl helping Mommy around the house until terrorists killed her daddy.
No, not my daddy.
But Mommy had a secret room and it was time for Sally to see it.
Mommy, are these our guns? Yes, Sally. Every goddamn one of them.
Those terrorists never knew what was coming. This little girl and her mommy came for two things: to do laundry and fuck shit up. We helped Mommy kill the terrorists. Summer 2013.
You're in your third season now, and it seems like you really can't get any traction, and it seems like each season is better than the last. But I mean, do you know what your numbers are? Do you know how many subscriptions you have? How many downloads a week that you have?
I have no idea, Josh. Do you know?
Well, we really don't pay attention to it that much. I mean, like we said before, it's just for our benefit. I mean, if you go back to early Season 3, back to Season 2, back to Season 1, you'll see that the hit counts on our website just keep going up. And I think that's a lot of Google bots and crawlers and stuff that just, I don't know. I don't really attribute it to actual listens. Maybe it is. Hopefully it is. Who knows? So no, not really. I know Nick's got a great philosophy on all this that we're doing.
I don't know. I would like us to catch on, but I really think the problem is there's just so many podcasts. And there's a lot of celebrity podcasts which are popular, but there's also podcasts where people really don't know what they're doing technically. Like, they use the cheapest mics and they basically don't edit at all. They just let it run, and the show could be 2 hours. I mean, like that Film Junk podcast. It's a great podcast, but there's no reason to talk for 2 hours about a 2-hour movie. I mean, they have a Star Wars podcast that's 2 hours long about one of the Star Wars movies, just one. So it's a little overboard. One great thing about Josh is he's an amazing editor. And, I mean, it kind of falls on him to put all of this together at the end of the day and cut out all the crap that doesn't need to be there, really. And he makes it a nice, tight podcast with a whole lot of the dead air cut out. And, when it's over, it feels like it went by too quick. It never feels like, when's this going to be over? And, I mean, for somebody who participates in it, obviously I'm going to feel like that before the average listener, and I've never felt like that. It's like, are we done yet? I've never got to that point. So that's really, really good. And a lot of that credit goes to him for his editing.
What would you say your role is, Nick, in the podcast?
I don't know. I'm a co-writer. I do most of the music. Some of it is new, especially like a lot of the jingle-oriented stuff. Some of it is samples, and some of it is songs or recordings I've made on my own where we've just wiped the vocal or just found a little piece that worked for whatever we were doing. Like, for example, the outro song that's at the end of almost every podcast. That's a song like a punk style Scott Pilgrim versus the World song that I made, and we just cut the vocal off of it. Also, another thing, I'm trying to think. I had like some outtake of some I don't know, rock song that I was working on. It just really wasn't working, and Josh used that underneath the outtakes episode in season 2. That worked out good. And then there's some that's brand new, like the battle music in the Christmas episode.
Oh, I love the Christmas episode.
I really wish that had caught on. Maybe we'll put it back out next Christmas, and I don't know, maybe we'll get some hits on it, who knows. But I'm really proud of that episode. The Christmas episode so far is my favorite.
And there again, that was another script that Nick and I wrote. Like earlier in a couple episodes beforehand, this part was published in one of the episodes. Nick was like, we should do an episode where we're doing all voices. And the Christmas episode is what spawned. We sat down and we were like, can you do this voice? Can you do this voice? What can you do? Can you do the chipmunk from Full House? And then I was like, what? Did somebody say what? And we just wrote a script and there it was.
What are your plans for the future? Where do you want to take the podcast?
Personally, I would really like to branch out with WFL TV Productions, or that's what I call it. But, that whatever Josh wants to call our company.
Dude, we fucking love productions. It's that easy.
It's an umbrella for a lot of things we could do. We've written some scripts for some videos. For a TV episode, I really don't know when we could do that. I mean, that's going to require so much editing, and it'll consume so much time, and it's really hard to get into a video project. But maybe something small like a sketch we could do, which we thought of a couple of those. We want to continue with the podcast. We really want to, maybe after this season or after season 4, we'll put out a CD that's nothing but the sketches and the music, or maybe the music could be like a separate release, but like the sketches and the commercials. That would be great to have a CD out of that, kind of Jerky Boys fashion or whatever. But that's what I would like to do with it. Keep trying to make podcasts and music and sketches and clips and just keep it alive and keep it out there. I really enjoy working with Josh. I enjoy working with Ginger, and I'm having a great time. I mean, time's a factor. I mean, a lot of the times we don't have time, but we still try to put something out, and I think that's important. So
I've really enjoyed this. I've really enjoyed talking to you all and drinking the wine. I really have enjoyed that. And is there anything you'd like to add?
Really? Laura, you're still calling it wine? I mean, come on. Okay, it has an alcohol content. Fine. Okay, since Laura got me drunk, I think it's about time to end this podcast, right, Nick? Okay. Go to our website, WeFuckingLoveTV.com, WeFuckingLoveTV.com. Go to our Twitter, Twitter.com/WeFuckingLoveTV, Facebook.com/WeFuckingLoveTV. You get the point. I'm so sick and tired of saying that. And that one guy that emails me sometimes, hey, can you say your name again? Screw that guy. Thanks, Laura. You did this. You did this. You better take advantage of something. And that something is me.
I'm Laura Logan with 60 Minutes, and I'm sexy.